What's up, guys? It's Clown Fighter here. Guys, today I'm going to just be breaking down the confrontation between Daniel Dubois' team, some of his team member that has approached Usyk's team. And this was when they had the press conference. So one of the team members basically tried to stick it on Usyk regarding the low blow. Now, check my videos out on my channel. I've covered this topic before about the low blow, and I've got my own views on it. And again, I'm not... Again, like, it's controversial. Like, I can 100% see an argument for both sides. I'm in the camp where I believe that shot was probably the more, like, I'm not as adamant as before, but for me, I would say I've seen shots be lower. But there's loads of arguments out there. People are saying Dubois hit Usyk so many times low, and I agree. I've seen that myself. So it's a controversial shot. Again, I won't give my opinions in this video. I've covered that topic before, so definitely check my videos out. But let's just go. Let me just give you my thoughts anyways. So you've got Daniel Dubois' trainer. So this is Don Charles's son. Decides to come over to Usyk's team. And this is a while ago. It's probably like a month or so ago. I'm just covering the psychological side. And again, as I said, I believe that was like, in a game of percentages, I'm like saying 51% I think it was legal. Like, I'm so on the borderline, but I just about think, you know what, I don't think that was low. But again, I did see the boy hit him a couple of times like low. So I'm not going to argue with the people that say, oh, it was illegal. I can 100% see your argument. I've seen shots like that be illegal before. I've seen shots like that be not be called as well. So again, I'm not going to go too much into my view right now. Again, I've kind of touched on this before. I'm so borderline where I think, you know what, it should have been illegal. It should have been legal, but so borderline where I'm not so stuck on my opinion. I'm open to other people's telling me, you know what, that is actually illegal. I can see their side, but based on my borderline, let's see what Dubois' team here. This is Don Charles' son. He's going to ask Usyk some questions. So I'm going to break this down and give him my thoughts, guys. Let's go.
Question from the bottom of your heart. When Daniel hit you with that shot, I know human beings, when you get hit low, football, whatever, people, straight away you hold like this. When you got hit, you went down and your body started shaking like this, and the referee looked at you, you didn't say low, you didn't.
So again, guys, I'm just stopping the video for a second. You got Don Charles's son basically saying to Usyk, I want to ask you a question, right up, etc. And he's basically describing what happened to Usyk. Now, Usyk went down, and yes, the Usyk's reaction wasn't a low blow reaction. It was like, oh shit, I'm hurt by the stomach. The best way I can describe what happened to Usyk, this is probably the best way based off of both sides of the argument. People say the navel. The navel is where, if you go lower than the navel, then it's an illegal blow. Whether it hits you in the balls or not, that's how. It's not about hitting you in the balls. This is where I think people are getting, including myself, guys. When I first saw it, I was like, that's not even near his balls. But there's a navel there for a reason. And again, I'm still in the camp where I think it's slightly, like probably by 1%, I think it's legal. However, again, I'm open to the side where it can be illegal. I can see that side now. But where it's hit Usyk isn't in the balls. It's nowhere near his balls. I don't know if Usyk's saying, oh, I got hit in the balls. I know for a fact that didn't hit Usyk in his balls. Now, people say there's a cup there. There's a cup that obviously goes up a little bit. So it could have grazed the cup, and then obviously it would have hit his balls. I don't believe the impact of the shot hit him in his balls. Where I believe is it hit him above the, like, no, I wouldn't say it's close to his balls, but because there's a cup there, that could have obviously affected that area. Now, again, when it comes to the navel, it doesn't matter if it hits you in the balls. A low blow is just classed as anything below the navel. It's just a sensitive area. You don't want to be getting hit there. So that's why they class that as that sort of area. It's obviously a sensitive area. So I don't believe it hit him in his balls, but it hit him under the navel. Again, that's what people are saying. It's hit him under the navel, and you can look at the photo. You could argue, yeah, very slightly low. Some people say no, it's just on the belt line, just to where I think is acceptable. So it's not hit him directly in the balls, but it's hit him low. Now, in my opinion, I broke this down. I do believe Usyk milked it. Now, when I say milked it, hear me out. He's not wrong for milking it. As in, if the rule is you can't hit below the navel or the navel, then even if Usyk, I just say milked it, man, the wrong word. when I say Usyk milked it, it's hard. It's a hard way to understand this. So when you say Usyk's milked it, you can't get hit below the navel. You can't get hit below the navel. Now again, I'm in the camp where I'm very borderline. I'm giving an argument here to why Usyk's justified in what he's saying in one way as well. So I'm looking at both sides, guys. The people on my channel, I've made a video on my last video, and I was just giving my thoughts, and people just people are like so one-sided. I'm a type of guy, I might have one view today. If certain evidences are presented to me and I see different stories, I'm open-minded. I can definitely see other people's views. I've read the comments. I've read a lot of people's comments saying, you know what, how can you think this is legal? Don't attack me, guys. Don't attack me. Relax, chill out. I'm open to changing my views. I'm not so driven with any view I have. There's no fighter that I back that I'm saying, oh, this guy's the best ever. I'm not that, like, I don't put my eggs in one basket. I'm always looking to evolve and keep my mind open and learn new things. So I'm giving a kind of an argument here for Oleksandr Usyk. Sorry, this guy's basically saying when he went down, he was like shaking. Now again, this is an argument in favor of Oleksandr Usyk. Anywhere below the navel, he shouldn't have hit him there. So whether or not the guy's shaking, whether the guy is doing anything, he shouldn't have got hit that low. That's a fact. He shouldn't have got hit in that area. So no matter what he does, it doesn't matter. Even if it's hit him in his lower region of his stomach, just above the balls, there's an area, a soft area underneath the abdominals, between the abdominals there. Even if you get hit there, like even around that area, again, this is an argument for Usyk. People were saying that's the navel. So you can't hit him, no matter what reaction he has. You can't hit him there. It hasn't hit his balls, in my opinion. It may have hit his cop, and then he's been winded from that. So technically, it's a low body shot, but it's illegal, you could say. Again, I'm giving the favor of Usyk. I can see the side where it's legal too. So that's what I would say. It's a low body shot, but the navel's there, so it doesn't matter if it's low. It's a low blow. Look, the low blow doesn't mean it needs to hit you in the balls. That's where people are getting it wrong, in my opinion. So that's what I believe a lot of people are doing. And I'm going to carry on. I know I spoke a lot, but again, guys, I just want to give my view. So let's see what he's saying now.
You didn't complain. You sat there and you froze because you were hurt.
So Usyk staring at him like a beady cat, not saying a word. He goes, the John Charles' son is basically kind of putting his words in his mouth. He goes, you froze. You didn't do nothing.
Why have you not been honest? I want to know.
Why are you not being honest?
Yeah.
He's got a translator here.
I saw you. Me, I can't be fooled. Trust me. I know people's facial expressions. I know physiological reactions.
So you got Usyk's boys and everyone coming in the background. They're like, make sure you get your response right now. The best way I can describe what Usyk's doing, I don't believe Usyk's doing anything wrong, but at the same time, the people that are in the camp that, you know what, that was a legal blow. Usyk has to protect his position as well. Do you know what I'm saying? He believes, obviously, it was a low blow. It was ruled a low blow. So he's obviously got to protect his position. And he's taking in the info. You got one of his boys, I think that's Sergey. They're trying to come in and obviously just they're going to give their answer now.
Actions. And I saw what I saw.
See the eagerness on Sergey's face.
Okay.
So look how like Usyk brushes this off, because the thing with Usyk is he's been asked this question a few times, not just once, guys. He's been asked the question a few times before, like in the press conference, that it was that a low blow, this and that. And every time I've heard Usyk's reaction, he kind of he brushes it off like it's nothing in one sense. Unless he goes, okay.
It's your opinion.
It's your opinion, which he's right. He's right. It is his opinion.
It's not opinion. I'm asking your opinion.
Bro, listen.
Look, now Usyk gets up. He's got that smile on his face. He's going to show him.
This is position, like not punch, yeah? This is.
So under the navel, guys, the navel is the belly button.
Your fighter punch me this.
But your reaction.
Stop.
Your reaction.
Yeah, reaction. Listen, you doctor.
You see Shakur, you see Floyd, you know all the
my
time.
Friend,
Can I ask you one
question?
So again, look, the more I get different sort of evidences, I'm open to changing my mind. Now, I don't want to say this in this video, but again, I'm slightly starting to, you know what, believe a bit more of Usyk's side. That punch was, put it like this again, even if I'm 51%, it's too borderline. It's too risky to rely on that, guys. It's way too borderline. It's way too risky to rely on that punch to say that was a legal shot. Even though I could be in the camp where I said, you know, I can see the legal side of it. When you look at the navel, it's probably hit him lower than that area. So again, it's not hitting him in his balls, but that still is a low blow. So that's where I'm coming from. And you got Don Charles' son kind of bringing up the fact that, you know what, that didn't hit you in your balls. Your reaction was like a body shot. I agree with Don Charles. It was like a body shot. But the fact is the navel is there, so you can't get hit lower than that area. So it's kind of a pointless argument. And guys, I'll be honest, I was very heavily in the camp of what Don Charles was saying when I first saw this low blow. I've made a video on it before, and I said I am open to change my mind. And look, Usyk's just trying to show him, and Don Charles is going to keep going on about the same point. Watch this.
If you wanna play, playing start now.
Usyk goes, you wanna play? Playing starts now. Don Charles is giving him a bit of a arrogant kind of look. Don Charles' son, whatever his name is, giving him an arrogant look.
Yeah.
Let's play.
Listen.
We're always ready to play.
Listen. This clean?
I've seen so many clips.
This is clean?
I've seen so many clips. I've watched boxing my whole life.
So I think what Usyk's showing him is, again, I'll say it to you guys, the bars didn't just hit him like that shot there. That shot was the most significant shot. But you got to understand, the bars actually hit him a few times low in that fight. And I've gone back and I've checked it. And the bar hit AJ low in the last fight he had once. Go back in the fight. There was a point in that fight before AJ got knocked out, or just before he got knocked out, a round before. I think we're on that same round. I think a round before, he hits AJ low. The bar has got a little bit of an act to hit people low. Like, it's very borderline, and obviously the referee didn't give him all the time in the world. But so again, you could say, how come the bar hit Usyk that many times low? Like he hit him a lot of times before that, quite low. So this shot was very controversial, but where the navel is, again, the more info I get, the more I look at it. Again, I may change my view. I may say, you know what, I think Usyk's right. It is so borderline that you can't risk a shot like that. You cannot risk it. The referee's in a position where it's a referee's call at the end of the day. It's at referee's discretion. If referee says it's low, you can't fucking say anything. Best thing you can do is don't even risk going close to that area. Make sure it's evident that it's higher. Don't even go around the belt line. Hit him in more by the fucking on top of the belly button. There's still the liver there. So that's what the bar needs to do. But let's just carry on.
But if this shot here, let me explain.
So Don Charles is still. I'm gonna call the guy Don Charles. I don't give a shit, because I'm not gonna say Don Charles' son. The guy is like a fucking young version of Don Charles. You could say that.
My body shake because you punch here.
So yeah, there you go. This is what I'm trying to say. Usyk saying my body did shake because you punched here. It's still part of his body. He hasn't punched his balls. Yes, the cup's there. But again, this is what people are not understanding. Again, I don't want to keep repeating myself. From what they say, you can't hit lower than the belly button. That's what it's supposed to be, the belt line. And that punch is so borderline that you could say it's low. So it doesn't matter if it hit him in his balls or not. It's probably still a body shot. So this is what I say. The bar hit him with a very low body shot. That's not legal because the navel's there. So it was a body shot, and it did hurt Usyk. It didn't hit him in his fucking balls flush. So it shows that if the bar hit that shot, but if he was a little bit higher, Usyk may still have the same reaction. That's where I'm trying to go with this, guys. If the bar can hit Usyk like that and it's slightly higher, I believe the Usyk will still have the same reaction. It's a fucking body shot at the end of the day. So don't go too low, that's what I would say. But here's Don Charles, his son, keep banging on about that. Nah, look, you can't be doing this, that. It doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter.
Your belt is high.
Can I ask you something? Did you ever get hit?
You watch boxing my whole life. Look, his team saying, do you ever get hit low?
Of course, that's why.
You ever get hit low?
I'm saying, because I fight. I've done 250 rounds with Fury. I've fought people. So my question to you, I've watched boxing my whole life.
Okay.
How many professional? Every time the belt, it gets punched. Every fight.
How many professional fights? He's saying all the fights he's seen.
But I know you were hurt. And you know what? Forget me, forget him, forget all these people. You know you were hurt. Because I heard what you said. You know.
So Don Charles is basically he's basically saying you know you was hurt. Now guys, again, I could sit here again as I said, the more information comes out, the more I'm looking at this more clearer, the more information is presented. I look at people's comments, I look at people's opinions, then I'll go back myself and I go review it and say, you know, is this legal or not? Again, like I said to you, I was so very borderline. Like you could say I'm the most borderline out of anyone. I'm more open to now thinking, you know, it was an illegal shot. So what Don Charles is basically saying to Usyk is, you was hurt. I agree. I agree with Don Charles. Usyk was hurt, but the shot's not legal. So it's like, I don't know, man. What's the best phrase for that? It's like I don't want to say crying over spilt milk. You're not gonna get anything from it. Like even if he was hurt, it's still gonna be illegal. So what Don Charles should be saying, okay, we know we can hurt you. All we're gonna do is we're gonna raise it slightly higher, and we're gonna get you. But I don't understand the fact that banking on the fact saying, oh, we hurt you. You hurt him in the wrong shot. It wasn't his balls, and this is what Don Charles is trying to say to Usyk. You know you were hurt. Let's see what Usyk says.
It's your opinion.
No.
So Usyk saying to him, it's your opinion.
No, it's your opinion. No, it's my opinion.
Yeah.
It's your reality. No.
It's your opinion, my reality. Oh, see, this is where Don Charles might go. His son starts to go a bit over the line because again, it is opinion. You can't say to the undisputed champion, nope, this is fact. This is you was hurt and that was legal, blah blah. Because obviously Don Charles believes it was a legal shot. Again, I'm like, I don't want to keep banging out about it, but you can't keep saying it.
Not my reality.
Okay.
See, this is where Don Charles' son is gonna go into that side where he's acting like a dickhead. And again, trust me, guys, I'm a Dubois fanboy. I'm a Dubois fan. But trust me, guys, I'm so open-minded that certain events can happen where I'll get put off Dubois. Dubois should have fought fucking Parker. I made a video on it. I hate the fact that he's avoided it. I hate the fact that he's not fighting Parker and now he's trying to fight Usyk. I've lost respect for Dubois. I'm not saying he can't beat him, but certain antics, it's just your character's not as strong as before. Before, where I believe Dubois would have beaten Parker, but now obviously he's ducked that fight. No matter even if it's because of there's an undisputed shot, he has to take it. It don't matter, guys. He ducked the guy. And in my opinion, his respect's gone down. So you got antics like this going on now. You got Don Charles' team. Guys, put it like this. Let's say if Dubois fought Parker and he beat him, then again, I would be able to give a little bit more respect to what Dubois' team is doing. The fact they haven't fought Parker and he's acting like this, it makes him look a bit like a dickhead in my opinion. Don Charles' son is acting a bit like it's starting to annoy me a bit. He's got a bit of annoyance in him. And I wouldn't have said this before, guys. It's just certain events happen. Change my opinion.
Okay, stop. It's my time now. Please, listen.
I think Usyk's team is just trying to speak for him, and Usyk wants to speak directly back to him.
How many professional fights you have?
How many professional fights you have?
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that. He's acting like a roadman here.
No.
Don't worry about that.
So you ask questions, you want him to answer you, but you don't answer.
Yeah, five. Five
Professional fights. I've never heard of this guy, Don Charles' son.
Maybe you... Тобі були нижче пояса хоч раз?
Did anyone...
Yeah, of course, I've experienced it.
How do you feel?
He goes, he's experienced it. How do you feel?
It depends, but when I get hit here,
Yeah.
the first thing I do, this is what you have to understand. When I got hit here, the first thing you do, any man, we've all been here. Football hits you there, you get hit here. You hold like you go, you.
See, this guy again. This is what he's not understanding. This is what Don Charles is not fucking understanding. And again, I don't blame him for not understanding it. But I was in that same boat before. But I've reviewed the footages. I've gone back. I've opened my mind up, and I understand. He didn't get hit in the balls. He didn't get hit in the balls. This is what he's getting. What are you? Look, it doesn't matter if he got hit in the balls. There's no way Usyk got hit in the balls. That's why when I said Usyk milked it, Usyk acted like he got hit in the balls. But he's not wrong for doing that. He can act like however he wants. He's allowed 5 minutes. So it's like in football, guys. You know when someone slide tackle someone and you know they haven't gone down and they milk it, they roll on the floor. They do that so they can like get away with it. But it's part of the game. It's kind of part of the game. I don't like when you look deeply. What's the argument that Don Charles' son's trying to make here? What's he trying to say? It doesn't make sense. You never got hit in the balls. You got hit in the body. Yes, he did. This is what I don't think he's understanding, and I don't think Usyk is explaining it properly as well. But I believe that's what he's saying.
when you sat there and your body started to move like this. I saw what I saw. And the referee,
you fight my ball.
The referee went, and then you went.
So I don't look. Usyk saying he did get hit in the balls. This is where I'm gonna disagree. I don't know if this is a language barrier. I don't know if it grazed his cup and then it hit his balls. Because if it hits the cup, it's gonna shake everything in it. I don't know. Usyk's obviously not saying to him, "Oh, I never got hit in the balls, but I got hit low." Again, some people are gonna say, "Nah, he got hit in the." Put it like this, guys. There's the photo. If people are gonna give me the argument, "Nah, he got hit low," but I don't see how that's a. Where does his balls come from there? How his balls are not there? Your balls hang low a bit. Unless Usyk's balls are fucking castrated and they're up his ass, your balls wouldn't be there. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's still a low blow. So Usyk's not explaining himself correctly here, in my opinion. But I'm with Usyk again, as I said. I'm not saying Usyk's in the wrong here.
And then he said, no.
Okay, 3 minutes, yeah.
Usyk therefore milked it. Look, guys, I read into psychology. Usyk milked it, but he didn't do nothing wrong by milking it. Like, I don't blame him. I do not blame him. He did a smart move by the rules of boxing. How can I sit and say Usyk's a dirty fighter? But this is what they're trying to say. They're trying to put the narrative, nah, you went against the rules somehow. So again, like, if it's the rules, then he definitely milked it, 100%. But he's not in his wrong to do that.
That's not opinion. You can go watch. Everyone can go watch.
Listen, bro.
Yeah.
See you 18, July.
Yeah.
19.
See you 19th July.
Again.
See, now listen. I told you, I cannot take away your achievements. I respect you.
Okay.
But I know what I saw.
Okay.
So what do he goes, I know what you saw. Again, this comes down to that side where if you believe it was a legal shot, which I don't blame the people that think it's legal. I don't blame them. I can see people in both camps. It was a low blow, but it was a low body shot. That's what it was. So you can say it was legal, illegal. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, now the U6 team is going to jump in and they're going to say some stuff.
It's your opinion.
Experiment now.
One experiment now.
Let's ask Daniel to punch.
Stop. One punch, I give you.
So this guy is saying, I'll give you here.
You.
So U6 team Sergey is saying, I'll give you one punch here.
Here? Yes, now, power. And one punch here.
One punch here, right at the balls.
Okay? If you punch me there, I'm going to take your head off your shoulder. No. If you punch me there.
So now here comes the arrogance, guys. Here comes the side of, if you punch me there, I'm gonna. The roadman talk starts coming out of this guy, and I don't know who this guy is. This guy is Don Charles' son. I don't know who this guy is, but Sergey is obviously backing his boy Usyk, and Usyk. See, there's a bit of controversy, and again, look, if someone starts giving me reasons why that shot was legal, I can back that point, guys. I can back the point be it's legal, because what Sergey's just pointed at is he literally directly pointed at the balls in it. So look, you can't blame Usyk. Look, if Usyk got hit anywhere low, he's gonna say it's my balls, and even if it wasn't his balls, he's gonna say it just to make it look more, I don't want to say dramatic, but he's in his right to do it. So this is where it's getting a bit controversial.
He asked you, you don't have to get it over here. He asked you as experiment.
He's saying, I'm asking you as an experiment, and this guy's taking it as he's going to actually do it. So obviously there's a bit of a language barrier here.
You tell me.
I thought it was a threat. Fucking hell, mate. Look, Usyk's team, I don't want to get too much into it. They're not roadmen, but their fucking country's at war. They've actually seen people die in their country. They're on the fucking road with the guns and shit. So this guy's acting like a roadman from the UK about that life. That's why he's acting like. But you don't understand. Usyk doesn't need to show that side. I think Usyk would be on it if shit went down. If Usyk's team man had to go for it, I think these mans are killers, guys. Their whole fucking country's at war. So this guy does need to pipe down a bit.
How you feel, okay? Okay, one punch here, one punch here.
Why am I going to give you a free punch?
And you tell me, I'm okay.
My father
I'm going to give you a free punch.
told me you punch before you get punched.
Don't worry, I'm good.
Now he's taking the piss. He goes, if you get punched there, you get punched there. You get blah, blah, blah.
No, I've said my piece. Now you're just waffling.
Now you're just waffling.
I respected you, but now you're waffling. I said my piece. That's it.
I'm boxer.
Anyway, like you said, the guys, they're gonna have the opportunity.
I'm non boxer.
So,
Every
Finally,
finally, I'm boxer.
So he's saying Usyk's team's waffling, but obviously he stood there and gave all his side of his story. And I don't know if you can class any of this as waffling, if you ask me, guys. I just think he's given his side, he's given his side. So this is where Don Charles' son believes he's 100% in the right, and he can stick it on them. Usyk's just chilling at the back. He doesn't need to do nothing. His whole team's backing him.
Anyway, like you said, the guys, they're gonna have the opportunity.
I'm non boxer.
so
Every finally.
I think this guy's he used to be a boxer. I think this guy's the father of forgot his name, Lapin or something, but one of Usyk's prospects that are coming up. I do like the guy's I do like that fighter. He's the father of that guy. I know he's Lapin or something.
Finally, you are a young boxer.
So he's saying, you're a young boxer.
It's your opinion.
Your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
That's it. That's it. That's all that needs to happen. Your opinion.
Reality is the heavyweight champion.
Reality is heavyweight champion.
100%. No. 100%. My opinion is reality. That's it.
okay.
Now Usyk's gonna do a proposal to the guy.
Proposition.
After fight. Here's Usyk's got up and he's given the guy a proposition. Now listen to this one.
After fight, we go to center of London.
Because after the fight, we go to the center of London.
Your team for people, my team for people, and yeah.
So basically, Usyk's just offered his son out to a 4-on-4 fight on the road. Let's fight straight up. He goes, let's have it. Like if you don't like me, I don't like you. Let's us 4 versus you 4. Let's just go for it. That's how confident Usyk is in his team, guys. Look at Usyk's team. They're not all big guys, but I guarantee you all these guys can fight. I guarantee you these guys can fight. These are fucking Ukrainians, guys. These are soldiers.
Listen.
Now here comes the road, man.
Boxing is boxing.
Yeah.
In life, I will pull your eyeballs out of your head.
Okay.
Your tongue.
So he goes, boxing is boxing. In life, I will pull your eyeballs out of your head. Now, look at Usyk smiled even more. In life, you'll pull his eyeballs out of his head. I don't think he would. I've never heard of this guy. I think Usyk's got more of a fighting background than this guy. I think Usyk's done MMA before. He's done wrestling. He's done. He wouldn't be able to do that to Usyk. It'd be Usyk pulling his fucking eyeballs out if he wanted to. Look at the smile on Usyk's face. But this is where the road, man. This is where the arrogance comes in. Let's see this.
Will be hanging out your mouth. Forget it. So.
He goes, everything will be hanging out your mouth. Forget it.
Stick to boxing. Boxing, I salute you. Like,
You
life,
build the
boxing,
line like this.
Not me, brother. Never.
Usyk goes, yo, 4-on-4, you be lying on the floor. Usyk saying you be doing the shake.
Trust me. Impossible.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see.
Impossible.
Okay.
Trust me. I can promise you that on my name. Promise.
Promise you that on my name. So I don't know if Don Charles' son's saying, yo, on the road we'll use weapons and shit and use knives. If he's talking about the road life, then that again, I think Usyk offered him out to a 4v4 fist on fist fight, not a 4v4 anything goes fight. So he's just talking a bit of nonsense here.
Too loud words, brother.
Huh?
Just round up it here
It's his
because
words.
it's just getting overheated. No, you are throwing a bit too loud.
If you listen,
Don't worry.
if you listen like a word, street fight, listen. This is Usyk. Where is Usyk? Street fight. Because it's my place. It's not just boxing.
Bro, I don't have to tell stories. Don't worry.
So Usyk's Usyk's basically just told him, he goes, if you want a fucking street fight, that's my place. If you want to go, he goes, I don't just do boxing. And I'll be honest, guys, I wouldn't want to fight Usyk in a street fight. I wouldn't want to. That guy's dangerous. Trust me, you think Usyk ain't got tricks up his sleeve? The guy's a fucking Ukrainian. As I said, there's a war going on in this guy's country. I think the guy could kill you with his bare hands. This Don Charles' son guy's acting like he's a fucking roadman and he's going to do something. You don't want that smoke, not on the road.
I like your stories. You're good at stories. Daniel has no. For me, I'm not a fan. I'm here to speak to him as a man to man. I'm not a fan. That's my guy.
That is a bit of disrespect to say you're not a fan of Usyk, but again, he's on Dubois' team, so yeah. But again, you could be pushing the border. It could be pushing it now slightly. It's starting to go overboard.
I'm not his fan. I'm not his fan. I'm not your. I said I'm a man of this planet. I'll stand where I want to stand, wherever that may be.
You want to sit?
Thank
You want to sit?
No. If I sit, if I want to sit, I'll sit.
My coach all time talk to me. Hey, Alex, you professional boxer.
Yeah.
You gentleman. I study you clean, punch clean.
Yeah.
Not both like a this, because it's a boxing.
Yeah.
So look, I think what's happening here, guys, is Usyk's starting to get a little bit affected. Like, look, when I say affected, I think them mentioning the low blow over and over and over, and they're trying to make Usyk like feel bad about it. This is Usyk opening his heart up a bit, opening his mind up, saying, look, my trainers always taught me fight clean. Don't target body shots. Don't target the back of the head. Don't target here. Don't target there. And he's right. I've never really seen Usyk throw a fucking illegal shot. When has Usyk ever hit anyone low? It might have happened once by accident, but he doesn't go for illegal shots. So this is Usyk's point to him, saying, yo, my trainer always tells me fight clean, whereas some fighters fight dirty. So he's just trying to tell John Charles that look, man, you need to kind of fight clean. I've always been taught to fight clean, not fight dirty, fight clean. And Don Charles is like, yeah.
Boxing is like a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, but I watched boxing since a kid as well. All I've told you is your opinion, cool. But I know the belt line. Every fight, that punch, if that happens, you know, come on, you watch boxing. Every fight this will happen 10, 15, 20 times. The whole fight, you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you're watching Shakur, he'll hold, stab to the body, stab the belt line. I've seen people watch Boazzi v. Willie Hutchinson. He dropped him, same punch, exactly the same punch, dropped him, the referee counts. We know, that's what I'm saying. I get you. You're an incredible boxer.
So Usyk's just looking at him like either disbelief or again putting that poker face on. But again, you can't really even say a poker face. Usyk's abided by the rules. The referee decides it's a low blow. It's a low blow. There's no point banging on about it. Like Don Charles' son's wasting a bit of time here, because is he basically saying we're going to do the same thing in the fight again? We're going to hit that area. I wouldn't do it, guys. It'd probably get ruled low. Why would Dubois do that? That's dirty. Go higher. Hit your punches a little bit higher above that line. You should be okay.
Incredible.
And Usyk's just looking at him saying, that's all you got on me. Just that. Don Charles has come here to say, yo, we've got all that we got on you is that. And again, Usyk is looking at him with a disgust face.
Mine, incredible athlete. I don't take none of that away from you. Never. I can never take that away from you because you've achieved that. But that day, I know what I know. That's all I'm saying. There's no disrespect. There's no nothing. I saw what I saw. I saw your eyes. I saw your body, and I saw the reality. And that's it. I don't have nothing else to say. That's it. But God bless you. I wish you the best of luck. God bless you. And I'll see you.
Yeah.
So Usyk, again, this is why Usyk's a little bit like Usyk doesn't get put it like this. This is a psychological game. What Don Charles is doing here. If Usyk wasn't as mentally strong as he was, he might have got flustered. He might have panicked and said, "What the fuck are you talking about?" But look how he keeps his cool, guys. This is the psychological expert. This is a cat. You cannot beat this guy in mind games. You can bring as many fucking people as you want. You can say, "Oh, that was low." Try to make the guy feel guilty. Usyk's kept himself calm. His demeanor's calm. And you cannot break Usyk psychologically. So that low blow argument, again, I've seen the argument where I think it's a legal shot. I can see it. But the fact that you're going to go to Usyk and say, nah, you know that was low. That I don't think that's going to help anyone. Because I think Usyk, he's too... He knows himself too well. Usyk is within himself. He knows himself. These little arguments is a waste of time. But if you keep saying the same thing, that's when it starts to become disrespect. And this guy is obviously pushing the line. But guys, stay tuned. So that's just going to be my breakdown on this. I will be doing the press conference soon. From what I know, he pipes up in the press conference as well. So that's where he does start getting a bit disrespectful. And Usyk's team tries to puts him in his place, from what I know. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. I will be doing the psychological breakdown on the press conference, and I'll give you my thoughts. As I said, guys, stay subscribed. Every little detail leading up to this fight, I will be breaking down. I will be analysing it as I usually do, guys, and giving you the advantages and the disadvantages of each fighter. And I will be doing a breakdown of the fight as we get close. You leave your thoughts below. Was that legal blow? Do you think it was a legal blow? Do you think it wasn't? Leave your thoughts below. I'm interested here. But guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.